Very good evening, everyone. We have some exciting changes due to, I don't know what else to call it, but to simply say that COVID round two, coronavirus returns, the dark night rises. Honestly, I don't know what to call it. But just yesterday, the dates for some of the other undergraduate examinations, like the CLAT examination, the registration deadlines have been changed to April 30th. And today, we've woken up to the news that the IPM examination for IIM Indore, right? It's not just the registration date, but the examination date itself has been modified by a whole month, right? So this is a huge change, and probably just a trailer or a precursor sort of to indicate how things are going in terms of the coronavirus battle, in terms of Indian education versus coronavirus. And it seems like COVID has returned to the full extent, and it seems like COVID is going to keep on bothering us for quite some time. As we have seen last year, it seems like it's going to be a little bit of a rerun of 2020, although of course, like most of you, I also sincerely hope that that complication does not continue to haunt us. In any case, we have kicked off April with all of you here at Gradeup. We have kicked off our April without any April Fool jokes, and we have a flat 40% off on all Gradeup products, right? But remember that this is only 200 coupons that are available. That is, the code that you can use is real40, right, where you have access to all the live classes in relation to the IIM examination, the IPM. Slowly it has of course become one of the flagship programs. Of course, the most famous program at IIM continues, including IIM Indore, continues to be the PGDM program, जिसको आप लोग popularly MBA करके सुनते हैं, right? But technically it is the PGDM, which is the postgraduate diploma in management, right? But slowly but surely, right, the IPM program at IIM Indore has certainly become one of the most famous programs in India. The crash course for the BBA as well as hotel management, right, has also kicked off in the right earnest. We have some of the batches which are already full, but enrollments for the new batch is certainly going on. So do make the most of it, right, particularly on this lovely occasion of Utkal Divas. Right, for those of you who don't know, just a quick update on general knowledge as well. Right, April 1, and this is not an April Fool's joke, April 1 is actually celebrated as Utkal Divas, right, because it is basically the day when the state of Odisha was established. Right, now anyway, IIM Indore has extended the date of the IPM of 2021, right? As most of you would already be knowing, anybody preparing seriously, wanting to go to one of the topmost business schools in India, as you would already know, the earlier date of the examination was scheduled to be on the 14th of June, right? But no longer is it the 14th of June. It has been pushed by more than a month, right? It's been pushed by more than a month, and it is as of now scheduled to happen on the 16th of July 2021, which means all those scary numbers that probably all of you were feeling, थोड़ा तो डर का माहौल बनने लगता है ना जैसे जैसे तारीख पास आती रहती है. सो एक जो भी आपके मन में एक डर का थोड़ा सा माहौल बना होगा कि अरे लेस देन 100 days to go, लेस देन 90 days to go, लेस देन 80 days to go. Okay, we are back to some safer sounding numbers. We are back to some safer sounding numbers, and the numbers have now gone back out. We still have more than 100 days to go, but not 100 days to waste. Right? 100 days आपके पास वेस्ट करने के लिए नहीं है, 100 डेज आपके पास बेस्ट तरीके से यूटिलाइज करने के लिए है. राइट? सो डू मेक द मोस्ट ऑफ इट. लेट्स लुक एट द स्पेसिफिक एग्जैक्ट डेट्स. The registrations have just started off. Right, today we are sitting on the 1st of April. The financial year has just closed yesterday, and on the 30th of March, just 2 days ago, the registrations have opened. So those of you who have patiently been waiting and looking at the IIM Indore website, trying to figure out when to click on the relevant buttons, now is the time. Now is the time. You can go ahead and do your actual registrations. Of course, you still have time. I don't mean to panic anyone. I don't mean to hurry you into actually reaching out for a quick registration kind of a thing. You have until the 5th of May when the registrations will finally close. The examination date, there is a reason why we here at Gradeup have mentioned it in a slightly different color, because that's the change that you see. It was scheduled to happen on the 14th of June, but now it has been pushed to the 16th of July. It is still scheduled to happen in the morning shift, and the video assessment and the PI, again, further dates will be disclosed, but it is currently scheduled to happen in the 4th week of July. Right, the last week of July. And of course, all of you know that this examination will be conducted by the Indian Institute of Management Indore. Right, IIM Indore, Indian Institute of Management Indore, will of course be conducting this particular examination. So just to sort of keep all those things, all those important things at the back of your mind. I'm sure most of you already are aware of this, but since the registration dates have also just started, कुछ ना कुछ complication जरूर आता रहता है. So we just wanted all of you to be clearly informed, because कई सारे एग्जाम्स के एलिजिबिलिटी में थोड़ा डिफरेंस होता है. Remember that the age eligibility and the percentage eligibility are clearly provided by IIM Indore. 60% दोनों 10th and 12th दोनों में आपका 60% या उससे ज्यादा मार्क्स होना चाहिए. And if you are in the SC, ST or PWD, that is persons with disability, if you are in any one of those reserved categories, then you have a 5% exemption in terms of board percentage, and of course 20 years type ka age limit is what the assumption is. So therefore on or after August 1, 2001 is what your date of birth should be, so that you've not crossed the age of 20 and gone on to 21 and so on. Similarly, you should be born on or after 1996 August 1st if you are in the SC, ST or the PWD category. Now you should not have done 12th before 2019, so it's a little tricky here. Some of you, if somebody was such a genius ki बहुत जल्दी 12th क्लास खत्म कर लिया था, मे बी स्कूल में डबल प्रमोशन टाइप का मिला था एंड सो ऑन, there is a certain disqualification for that as well. Right, so 2019 से पहले आपका 12th नहीं खत्म होना चाहिए. You should have finished your 12th class either in 2019 or in 20, or if you are just going to appear for your 12th board तो भी चलेगा. लेकिन 18 में अगर किया था, राइट, 18 में अगर कर लिया था, ज्यादा जीनियस हो गए थे, तो कम से कम अब IIM इंदौर में IPM का प्रोग्राम नहीं कर सकते. बाद में जाके PGDM करिएगा. You can of course pursue those things, but you'll not be eligible for the IPM program in this particular academic year. Right. The application fee is also a little different for the general category as well as if you compare it with the SC, ST and persons with disability category. We have the application fee at a decently heavy amount of 4,000 rupees plus, which is, generally it's considered a little expensive if you compare it with most of the other, at least government schools and so on. So it is currently at 4,000 rupees, 4,130, and exactly half at 2,065 rupees is basically if you are in one of the reserved categories. Again, what is the selection procedure? काफी ब्यूटीफुल सा कैंपस है, पहाड़ वहाड़ है, वॉक करके वो अपने आप फिटनेस ही हो जाता है. If you go study at IIM Indore, I've had the lovely opportunity to visit IIM Indore and attend a few lectures, but more importantly and interestingly, I had a couple of lectures to give at some of the elite law schools in India as well as some of the business schools in India and so on. So I've had the good fortune of visiting IIM Indore. It's a lovely, beautiful campus. But if you want to study there, pehle selection procedure hoga, right? So what's the selection procedure? There is an aptitude test, right? जिसमें आपका verbal and quantitative aptitude के questions आते हैं, which is 50% of the total selection weightage of the total selection marks. There is of course a written ability test, which is the WAT paper, which also has 15%, and last but not the least, there is of course a personal interview which will be done through video assessment. वो जो हमने देखा था पहले थोड़ा कि ये क्या होगा, this is going to be by way of your video assessment. This will be happening on the end, towards the end of July, the last week of July. At least अभी तो वही scheduled है, but अब जब exam postpone हो गया है aptitude test वाला, I'm not 100% sure. हो सकता है कि video assessment के dates भी थोड़ा सा आगे एक धक्का और दो, IIM के date को थोड़ा push करा दो. So that can very easily happen, but let's see. As of now, आपका जो 35% weightage है personal interview का, वो आपका आखिरी week of July में currently scheduled है, right? Of course, we as a general and a gentle reminder to all of you, 1st February से our crash courses are going on. अगर इतनी देर तक आप ये वीडियो इतने इंटरेस्ट के साथ देख रहे हैं, and if this is the dream college that you want to go to, and it's not very surprising that anyone has the dream of going to IIM Indore. It's a fantastic college, like I've already said before. So ऐसा कोई भी अगर आप ये सपना शेयर कर रहे हैं, make the most of all these opportunities that are available to all of you. Enjoy your academics after you reach business schools, but at the same time make the most of the absolutely spectacular faculty that we have here at Gradeup. All of them are extremely experienced people. Most of them have qualified the top most examinations of the country themselves. Right, so make the most of it. We already have our enrollments which have started a few months back, but abhi bhi new batches ka definitely chal raha hai. As you all know, IIM Indore was the first Indian Institute of Management to have actually introduced the IPM program way back in 2011. So it's been a decade, right? It's been a decade. This is literally the 10th anniversary of the IPM program that IIM Indore had started. So 10th anniversary का बैच भी कुछ ऐसा बढ़िया होना चाहिए. 10th anniversary के बैच की तरह आप लोग को भी पढ़ाई करनी चाहिए. Treat the college, treat the institution also with that kind of a respect, right? And of course there are 150 seats, and the degree awarded is both BBA as well as MBA. It's an integrated program. Normally आप BBA करते फिर MBA करते, but आप 3 साल के बाद सिर्फ BBA की डिग्री लेके जाना चाहें, right? Most लोग जाते नहीं. Some of you, if you want to go to the civil services, UPSC, अब MBA करने की जरूरत नहीं है, पढ़ाई तो मैंने कर ही ली है, वो भी आपके पास चॉइस होगा. या 5 साल में आप अगर खत्म करके BBA plus MBA करके awesome placements के साथ you want to dominate in the corporate finance sector as an HR executive, as a finance executive, or as somebody who handles sales of the topmost corporates in India and abroad, तो आप पूरे 5 साल खत्म करने के बाद ही IIM Indore से एक polished graduate की तरह भी जा सकते हैं. So that's really up to you. Let's take a very quick look at the structure of the entire aptitude test. Some of the examinations this year, they look like they will probably be shifting back to the offline pattern, but not IIM Indore. IIM Indore is going to continue with its computer based test, and as you know, we have maths and English, which is the only areas from which your questions will be coming, right? Quantitative ability MCQs and quantitative ability short answer questions are going to be 60 questions on those things, and verbal ability is going to be another 40 questions. But the weightage is basically 50% each, right? वो दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन मिला के 25-25% होगा, and verbal ability का अपना weightage भी 50% है. You have +4 for most of the questions in terms of correct answers, and you have a -1 for most of the wrong answers except descriptive answers and interview और वो सब जो चीजें हैं उसमें तो ऑफ कोर्स अलग से नेगेटिव मार्किंग क्या होगी, राइट? अगर 100 बार का इंटरव्यू है, मुझसे पूछा गया व्हाट इज योर नेम, एंड इफ आई सिंपली से माय नेम इज देवज्योति दास and I qualified NLSIU Bangalore and I have given a lot of aptitude tests myself, or Ashutosh Gupta is going to be taking up your classes and he's an awesome faculty and so on, with 15 plus years of teaching mathematics and quantitative aptitude, including his awesome specialization in Vedic mathematics and so on. Well, I mean, अब इसमें कितना भी अच्छे तरीके से बता दो या कुछ नेगेटिव मार्किंग का तो ऑफ कोर्स कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं हो सकता, बट ऑफ कोर्स मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस में नेगेटिव मार्किंग आल्सो कंटिन्यूज. डू गो थ्रू पास्ट ईयर पेपर्स, do make it a habit to read newspapers, to read English more and more, because this is a huge part of your examination. And always remember that the extension of examination is of course beneficial for all of you, but at the same time back of the mind में ये चीज जरूर ध्यान रखिए कि बाकी सबको भी वही extension मिला है. All the other competitors that you have, they also have the same extension to the examination, right? So if you don't utilize it and they utilize it just a little bit better, right, at the end of the day it's a competition. It's not Jungle Raj where you're going to kill each other, but on the question paper you really should behave like a serial killer and ensure that you're simply getting more answers and murdering everybody else in terms of their ability to qualify the paper, because you have to get the highest number of marks. So don't waste too much of your time, right? Do reach out to us, right? Do reach out to us. We have absolutely more than enough qualified people who can help you with your language skills, with your mathematical ability skills, quantitative ability skills, verbal ability skills, and so on. To reach out to any of our counselors to help you out, with what course suits you the best, what admissions should you be taking, what are the best discount offers that are currently available to you, and how to maximize your ticket to Indore and then book an Ola cab to IIM Indore, right? How to maximize your chances of reaching an Indian Institute of Management. We now also have a dedicated WhatsApp number where all of you can just reach out to us. You don't have to pick up the phone, you don't have to call us, you have to pick up the phone and you can just text us, right? And there are dedicated people who are again going to be able to respond to you and answer any query that you have, even on WhatsApp. Do remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course remember to press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of these notifications. We have a very dedicated team here at Gradeup where we ensure that none of the important changes, none of the important updates that happen in relation to any of your business school examinations or your hotel management examinations, none of those details are missed by you, right? We tend to ensure that you don't miss out on anything, and the way to do that at least is to simply subscribe to our YouTube channel. जो आप चाहे वो होटल मैनेजमेंट का होगा या BBA का होगा या किसी और IIM का IPM प्रोग्राम का होगा, सारी इंफॉर्मेशन एक जगह पे कंसोलिडेट होके you will definitely be able to find on the Gradeup YouTube channel dedicated to BBA and HM programs, right? So remember, सही प्रेप है तो लाइफ सेट है, एंड सही प्रेप के लिए एक और कदम जो आप उठा सकते हैं इज यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स सब्सक्राइब टू आवर टेलीग्राम चैनल, राइट? अरे कौन जाके इतना यूट्यूब में खोल के देवज्योति की बातें सुनने का अगर मन नहीं है तो भी कोई बात नहीं, एटलीस्ट join us on our telegram channel. You will still be able to make sure that you're not missing out on any of the informations. We will give you all the updates at that particular place. Of course, all of you already by this time have all read and heard about Ashutosh Gupta ji. You've heard about Sanojam sir. You've probably listened to him and his excellent lectures, and Rabia of course handles all of your GK and current affairs in terms of preparing you for your personal interview, your written ability test and so on, right? So do stay in touch, do reach out to us for any queries that you have. All the very best to all the future business school graduates and the stalwarts of the Indian corporate sector in the near future once you're done with your IIM courses. Thank you very, very much, everyone. Have a lovely, lovely day ahead of you, and a very happy Utkal Divas to any of you who are from Odisha, and to those of you who are not also. I'm sure you have lots of love for Odisha just as much as all of us here at Gradeup also have, right? Thank you very much, and I will see you guys soon. Bye bye, everyone.